name is Jason. I've been down here working away on stuff. The videos won't go up until a few days, but I had somebody request an update on everything I have going on, so I figured I'd give you another little short Friday, me talking to you, what's going on around here, update video. Let me show you what we got. All right, so got a few irons in the fire. Let's start out. The video you're gonna see on Monday is about the flood victim truck. And that truck, today's Friday, right now that truck is at the enhanced inspection place, getting the enhanced inspection done. I'm hoping I will hear back from them today or Monday and be able to go get the paperwork done and get the reconstructed title here for that truck, as well as tags on it so I can start driving it around, make sure I've got all the kinks worked out, and get that thing listed for sale. But I've got the next project that is going to be for sale here in the shop. I've made a bunch of progress on it already, and I'll just show you, like, this is it. And you can see I've already got it pretty far taken apart. I'm gonna be pulling the engine and transmission out of it this evening. But there's a video on that coming, not the coming Monday, the following Monday. So I'm actually getting a little bit ahead on content, which is where I like to be. And all the details on that build are in that first video. It's a 2005 single cab short bed. I'm gonna be building this truck specifically with the intention of making a sweet little hot rod short bed cruiser, and then it's gonna be up for sale. It's got a clear title, it's low mileage, and I've got a parts truck here for it also. It is gonna be getting a 6-liter engine. It'll have a custom tune. I've got a cam and valve springs and stuff here for it, so we're gonna be doing the rear end, like a bunch of stuff. Like, it's gonna be a fun truck. I think, like I mentioned in another video, what I really would like to do is, if you're familiar with Gas Monkey Garage or guys like that, that they buy something, they build it, make it into what they think is a sweet hot rod, and then sell it at a profit. Now, I'm nowhere near the scale of Gas Monkey Garage and Richard Rawlings, but I want to start working my way toward that, and I think this is a good place for it. I bought the truck at a good price. It leaves me room to make it pretty sweet and still be able to sell it at a fair price, but that will make me profitable on it. So, what else do we have out here? We've got my blue single cab short bed. This truck, you just saw a video on it last week. I'm going to be getting that thing in the workshop hopefully this weekend to get the rear end swapped out. My white crew cab short bed. You saw the video on me rebuilding the transmission in this truck. It runs, it drives, it does what I need it to do. I've been back and forth. Guys, I think this truck is going to go up for sale. I can't fit all 3 car seats in the back of this truck, which means it really doesn't work for me as a pulling a trailer doing stuff truck, because I've got 3 kids now. So I think this one's gonna end up going up for sale. I love the truck. I don't want to let go of it. It's rust free, it's low mileage, and you know how I am with my stuff. It's been well taken care of, but I just don't have enough use for it. I'd rather somebody have it and drive it than have it just be sitting here. My white single cab long bed 2500 HD. You know, I've done a bunch of videos on this truck and everything I've done to it also. It's high mileage, but it's got a newer engine. I built the transmission. It's rust free also. That truck's staying. I can't bear to let go of it. I really love this truck, and it works for my scrap hauler. So I'm keeping that one here. I've got a parts truck. This one, it's a 2002 2500 HD. It's got the LM7 Duramax engine and Allison transmission in it. It runs and drives and moves around, but it's got a ton of rust, and it's just been, I mean, she's been worked. So I'm gonna keep it here for parts. I already pulled some stuff off of it for the flood victim truck, and it's still got a bunch of other good parts on it, so it'll stay here with me. I'll take parts of it. I have some ideas on something I'd like to do with the Duramax that's in it, but that's gonna have to be a down the road project. I've got other things I want to get done first. The Ass Blazer still here, runs, drives, does everything it needs to do. I just haven't had the motivation to get it on the road yet. It should go right through safety inspection, shouldn't have any issues, but I don't know, I just haven't been excited to get it back on the road, and I drive it around once in a while, but for the most part it's just waiting its turn. My two CUCVs are still here. I've got my tan CUCV that we did the turbo 6-liter in. It needs valve seals. I got it too hot and baked the valve seals out of it. I want to do a revamp on that truck. I just haven't gotten it worked into my order of projects yet. That'll probably be after I get a few more flips out the door and have a little bit of leisure time to do some wrenching. And my green one, that truck is bone stock. I haven't done anything to it since I bought it, but they're getting harder to find, and you definitely can't get them at what I think is a reasonable price anymore. So it's staying here. I would like to get back into mud bogging, and that's got the axles I'd want to use, but I'm not sure when I'll be able to get back into that. And that's just the stuff that's out front. Wait till you see what's out back. So we're in my covered area behind the workshop, and let's just get in order here. So I've got my single cab short bed. This one's 4-wheel drive. Once I get done swapping the rear in the blue single cab, I'm pretty sure this one is going to be the next one that comes in the workshop. I want to get this thing, I've got the bed for it. I can get the rockers done and make it into a rust-free truck again. And this one I want to convert to all-wheel drive. It's already a 5.3 and a 4L60 transmission, so the all-wheel drive conversion will be pretty straightforward and simple. And this one's got the look, the stance that I want to have for that. So this truck will get converted to all-wheel drive, and then we'll start playing with it also. Behind it, this is a parts truck. This one is a 2006, if I remember correctly, but it's got a lot of good body parts. It's got the L33 engine in it, good wheels, tires, a lot of good parts on this thing, but a salvage title. The bed is going to be for the silver single cab. This cab is actually a rust-free cab, and it's going to be going onto the truck right behind it. This poor truck had a tree fall on it. This one's a 2006 2500 HD, but it's a flavor that I haven't had before. This one's a manual. First one of these trucks I've ever seen in person with an NV 4500, a 2500 or heavier series. So I'm going to be combining a couple trucks here to make this one a good runner and driver again, and the one in front a runner and driver again. And the middle one's got the parts for both of them. And then got a little bit more out back. So out back, we've got the Escalades. Now these two, I have clean, clear title in my name. This one has a salvage title. So parts from this one are gonna make these two complete runner, driver, and ready to get sold. And they're really, guys, I've been working really hard to combat the 80-20 rule. The 20% of the work takes 80% of the time. Realistically, I need like a week on each one of those to get them put together and sold. I'm just not excited about working on them, and eventually I'm gonna have to just kick my own butt and do it. But we'll turn 2 of those into vehicles to be sold with a nice clear title, and the third one, like I said, is going to supply the parts, and I'll end up with a nice 6.2 and 6L80 transmission left over afterward that I can do other stuff with. as well as some good brake swap parts. Those Escalades have really have good brakes, some of the better factory brakes on them, and it's not difficult to adapt and convert them onto some of these other trucks. And then we've got to talk about the stuff I have in storage. My nice stuff in storage. So I've got under this cover my black 2007 Trailblazer. This one, I'm gonna focus on this one next year. It's not hurting it to sit in here. It's safe, it's dry. This is gonna be my winter 2024 to 2025 project. This is what I wanna work on. My silver four-wheel drive single cab short bed, 07 Classic, also safe. That one is a little further down on the project list because I need to still gather parts for it. I need an instrument cluster. I need a transmission. Everything in it is good, but the things I want to do to it, it's going to need these parts. And a few other odds and ends. So that one's safe and sound. And then the Trans Am, still safe, still good. The Trans Am will come out in probably late May. I'm planning to get that out in May once I'm for sure the weather is clear. Hopefully it rains a little bit less and I can get that thing out to cruise and enjoy some of the nice summertime weather. I do have a lowering kit for the Trans Am, so I want to get that put onto it, as well as a bunch of other suspension parts, just to really correct the shortcomings in the factory suspension on that thing. But I think that's it for now. Yeah, next things you'll see, this silver single cab that I have in here. More work on the blue single cab. And then whatever else strikes my fancy along the way. I still can't get myself to stop looking at the auctions or anything else. So I'll more than likely buy something else because it was too cheap not to buy. But I really want to try to focus and reel myself into one project underway that is being sold, one project underway that is mine. So we'll see. We'll see if I can do it. And just like, this is the parts pile so far for that single cab. I'm still waiting on a bunch of parts to come for it. They should be here in the next day or two. But once the rest of the parts show up, it's going to be full steam ahead working on that thing and trying to really get it ready. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the current projects down here. Oh, you probably noticed, I do have my cabinetry, my oven, my dishwasher for along this wall, my slop sink. So at some point amidst everything else, I also need to get that stuff done. Get the rest of my workshop fitted out here. I really would like to be able to wash my hands down here, be able to get parts in the dishwasher, the parts washer, and use that range to heat stuff up if I need to. So it's coming along. Just trying to prioritize and do things in the order that I can do them, but also using the time that I have. This is not my full-time job. This is some evenings and some weekends. Family stuff takes priority. So I think that covers all the projects. That covers everything I have going on down here. Now you know what's still here, what's not here. But I think I had already told you guys about the stuff that I had sold. So if you have questions, if I missed something or you're just curious about something, drop a comment. You know, I'm happy to give more details on what I'm planning on doing to some of these things. I'm trying not to become one of those I have a million plans and not enough time to execute people, even though I see it happening. And we'll just work through it. I'm still young. I got a lot of time. So that's it for this one, guys. Little Friday. I don't like doing like the talking head videos, but I like giving updates and answering questions and things for you. So we're compromising, right? That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.